Welcome back here to another Iron Man episode, and today's very exciting because today I'll be hitting Heart of the Mountain 7, so I'll be doing that very shortly here, and also we're going to be doing some progression here for the Iron Man profile. Now the first thing we're going to be doing is talking about the sponge collection and a little update status of what's going on here and how close we really are. We're going to buy a little bit right now from the NPC here, from the builder. Alright, let's buy the wet sponge here, and there we go, that's a buy limit for the day. And we're going to convert this here in the trades menu. Let's enchant it. And there you go. So now let's add that to the pile we have. And as you guys can see, we've got 18 enchanted wet sponge. We need 20 to complete the set. We've got 25 enchanted, so we got 57, which means we can craft ourselves another wet sponge. So we need one more wet sponge. I think that's one more buy limit. And we got ourselves this whole thing completed, guys. It's so exciting. We need one more wet sponge, and we can craft ourselves the full sponge armor and then turn that into shark, which we do have enough fins for on the island. So there you have it. As you can see, we have so much sponge. We're getting so close to finishing this set. Now let's go ahead, cut over to me, completing my last commission, my final commission before tier 7 of the mountain. All right, so the time has come here. As you can see in the top left corner, I'm doing the Jade Gemstone Collector. That was actually my last commission before I'm hitting Heart of the Mountain 7, which is very exciting. 91% and 97, 99, 100. Okay, so now you can see quickly in my menu as well. You can see here at the top, we're at 149 out of 150, so close, basically 149.8. So this is the last commission here to cross over this mark. All right, here goes. Let's put it in here, and let's confirm. Oh my gosh, look at this. +2 tokens of the mountain, tier 7, and a new forgeable item. So now we can, of course, go ahead, powder grind, start getting some powder so you can put it towards those 2 new basically tickets or tokens of the mountain, and we can improve basically our overall mining setup. So this will help so much, especially at the top here. You can see in our tree, if we open up our menu and go to this tree, at the very top you can see it's powder buff, and that's one of the biggest things here for powder mining, which you need to improve or basically claim. So let's claim this now quick. There we go, perfect. And of course another thing for mining speed, which is right here, mining speed 2. So of course I can't get here. Oh, I can get here. Let's go. Okay, so I can get here, perfect. And now we just have to, of course, dump some powder in here for the mining speed as well as our powder, because we will mainly do powder buff. So let's just dump it in here. There you have it, guys. My brother finally got Heart of the Mountain 7, which means we are both officially Heart of the Mountain 7. He can finally focus his powder grinding as well, make it more efficient, and then from there we are hopefully going to be very efficient with getting ourselves a bunch of fortune when we're going to be mining for money. So basically today's goal here left is to actually go powder mining, get a bunch of powder, and I'm hoping to maybe convert back over the tree and do some money mining. But we'll see how much powder we can get. My goal is actually to get at least a mil, maybe 1.5 mil, maybe pushing 2 mil, and then we'll see how efficient the setup already is. That's right, we're now looking like real mine men here. We got both the tier 7 rocking in our profile. So let's go ahead, warp into the crystal hollows, and start mining some powder. Alright, just popping back in here and talking about our last upload. It was the 12 nucleus runs here. You guys can find the video on the top right of your screen right now. But in this video, we technically, or might have gotten ourselves a flawless Jasper. So I took a look back at the clip here. It was at 5:15 here. Thanks for all the comments about that. And it looks like it was a Jasper, but I looked at my sack and we could not find a flawless Jasper. So it actually was a crystal. So as you can see in the forger here, we can get ourselves perfect gemstones. If you look in the perfect Jasper section, we need a Jasper crystal. So if you hover over the Heart Mountain here, you can see that we've already collected ruby and jasper. So we've got those 2 ready to go when we do make a perfect, but it was not a flawless gemstone. It was just the crystal, which is still good because we needed that. Now I also want to mention that I have the same issue, or the same thing happened with me. You can see in my Heart of the Mountain right here, when I hover over my status, you can see I have a jasper and a ruby as well. And I believe my brother actually got 3 ruby crystals in one run, and we didn't even notice that because it was a...
What's up, guys? I'm Undertaker, and in this video I'm going to be getting 3 million gemstone powder. Wait a second, I didn't clickbait you. I said 3 million gemstone powder. Why does the title say 5 million? I can explain. I was originally going to make this 3 million gemstone powder, but I was too lazy to film the outro. Sorry, I mean busy. I was too busy to film the outro. I actually got another 2 million gemstone powder in the time it took me to get around to filming the outro. Yeah, it makes it sound like I couldn't have filmed the outro anytime. No, I'm just a gamer, and I felt like getting more gemstone powder. And in this video, I'm going to be getting 3 million gemstone powder. that will be easy because I already have 2.7 million gemstone powder just about, and I only need about 330,000 to get to 3 million. Earlier, I reset my Heart of the Mountain, and I didn't upgrade any of the skills that require gemstone powder just because I'm going to go all in on Great Explorer and Mole. I'm going to max out my Great Explorer perk right now because that's just a no-brainer. Chests are the best way to get gemstone powder. And now I have 1.7 million gemstone powder remaining, so just about 1 million spent on maxing out Great Explorer and an incredible amount of powder into Mole. I'm going to upgrade it to level 100, and then we're going to see how much powder that we have remaining. And there we are, level 100 Mole, and I have 934,000 powder remaining. I'll upgrade it so I get 100% chance for a 6th block, and now I have 580,000 gemstone powder. Basically, I poured the rest of the gemstone powder into random perks, and I started mining. I'll note this was recorded before the powder nerf, so I did not use the powder buff ability because at the time it was bugged. I'm just going to be mining hardstone, not necessarily in the jungle, but that's where I started, and it's not really worth it going to exactly where I want to be. Some people are like, mine in the mithril deposits, and I'm like, no, I'm going to mine in the precursor city. That makes a tad more cash. And if you are mining yourself, I'd recommend you mine with sounds on. I know a lot of players play without sounds, but I was one of those players, and I still am, except for when I'm mining, because you can always look in chat when a chest spawns in, but it's just so much easier to tell where the chest spawned in immediately and just know that it spawned in without having to look at chat every 20 seconds. You're definitely going to want to open as many chests as you possibly can right there. Here we are, I teleport into the future. I now have 58,000 gemstone powder. I'd like to mention that I have 2 prehistoric eggs that are turning to legendary. Just so happened that these, out of like 16 that I've had so far, are actually going to legendary. These 2 prehistoric eggs are just random, maybe going to common most likely, but these 2 are legendary. Fun fact as well, when I was looking at the price for a legendary armadillo pet yesterday, someone forgot to add a 0 to their sell, and I managed to get this very legendary armadillo pet for 265,000 coins. So I thought that was mildly amusing. Why is it on my head? Does it just spawn on your head like that, or is that just chance? I must know. Let's spawn it in again. Is it on my head? Oh, it just goes on your head when you spawn it in. Has that always been a thing? Is this armadillo pet cursed? Oh, probably. Oh yeah, it's like a minute later. I realize I have gemstone powder, and I just forgot about spending it. I'm gonna upgrade my mole perk one time. I have an extra 17,000. I'll dump 1 into fortune, 1 into speed, and 1 into professional because I think it will be fun. Alright, let's go to 3 million mithril powder. Quite a milestone, especially for being a week late to the update. I'm definitely going to catch up with all the other wannabe mining YouTubers. Sorry, did I just insult all of them? No, I'm just kidding. They're definitely not only mining for content and will quit mining within the next couple weeks. No, it's definitely not that. I'm mining because I'm Undertaker and I'm insane, and I think you should subscribe to my channel. By the way, I just made 2 jokes. I made a joke about other YouTubers, and I made a joke about subscribing to my channel because, let's be honest, you're just sitting here looking at your computer laughing at me. This random guy's telling me to subscribe. I'll show him. I won't hit that subscribe button. You know how you could prove yourself wrong? By subscribing to my A little while later, and after this chest, I finally have enough gemstone powder to upgrade my mole perk yet again to level 127, an 80% chance to mine a 7th hardstone block. And I am lagging out a little bit, which is, you know, to be expected with my internet connection. Guys, I just realized I got a triple chest. I thought it was only a double chest. Sometimes you get 2 chests that spawn in at once, but I actually had 3 chests just spawn in at once, as you can see right there. That's never happened to me before. It's only happened once. However, I get 2 chests at once several times. Sometimes I also get it where there's 2 chests that spawn in at once, except there's a double chest and a barrier block, except the barrier block is a chest and the double chest is only 1 chest. I've had that happen maybe 3 times. I've never recorded it, but I do have a screenshot of it. Just a little while later, not doing too much frequent mining. I keep getting distracted, as I said. Perhaps I should get more sleep, then I'd be able to focus more on my mining. But let's be honest, no. And now we time travel into the future yet again, and I now have enough mithril powder to upgrade my mole perk. Let's take a look. Mole level 128 now, and just about 2.8 million mithril powder. Getting there very slowly to 3 million mithril powder, and the lag remains very unfortunate. As you see, it's something I have to deal with my internet connection. As you know, if you watch my channel, subscribe to my channel. The lag continues. Trying to open chests is a bit of a challenge when there's so much lag, and trying to break blocks is even more of a challenge because it is quite slow when there's lag. But yeah, the lag is a little bit annoying, and as you can see, it is definitely slowing down my ability to break blocks. And as you can tell, my snowman leveled up to level 77. Why am I using a snowman? Well, none of the pets I currently have really benefit me much. I figure the snowman pet can just throw his little snowballs at the annoying mobs that spawn in. And my sacks are full. I have 181,000 hardstone. I continue to get hardstone. 5,300 enchanted hardstone that I've mined up as well. My position keeps going up in hardstone. I was number 69 earlier. Now I'm number 63 in hardstone. 952 in gemstone. Not too bad. The gemstone is a little bit low because I don't really focus on gemstone. 69,000 blocks walked on my prehistoric egg that's going to turn to legendary. I just got a blue goblin egg, I realized. If you didn't know, the blue goblin egg is not the regular goblin egg, and I didn't notice I got one. These are actually quite rare, and I hear they're an RN Jesus drop. They're that rare. Regular goblin egg, complete garbage, but the blue goblin egg is what's used to craft the best goblin omelet, and we can look at the lowest spend, 298,000 coins. Yesterday, there were actually like 800,000 coins. It would appear that not many go up on the auction house, and not many get bought, and the price has actually gone up on the auction house as of right now. So if you have some and you didn't know they were valuable, keep an eye out for the blue goblin eggs because they do sell for quite a lot of money. So I am going to buy several of them because I believe this price is actually a pretty decent price, especially for what the goblin omelet gives you. The goblin omelet I'm talking about actually gives one level to all of your Heart of the Mountain perks. I hear it can overmax your Heart of the Mountain perks, and it also levels up your mining abilities, so the mining speed boost will last for longer and give you 400% more speed instead of 300%. It'll be insane, and that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to getting. Guys, I've decided I'm going to buy a third personal compactor 7000. Now, why would this be? Well, my other two are completely full, and I need more personal compactors to be. So the logical thing to do is buy more personal compactors. I just got Compact 10 on my even more refined titanium pickaxe. I bought this pickaxe at the beginning of this update. It was like Compact 7 or 6, so pretty low compact in terms of blocks broken. I've mined a lot of hardstone with this pickaxe, but you think I'd get it a bit faster with how much powder I've gotten mining with this pickaxe. Well, excellent. That lobby just closed as I entered it. HYPIXEL really should do something to solve that, and I'm sure many of you, as I've seen in the comments, have experienced that very thing. Trying to switch lobbies, and then having the one you enter shut down literally while you're entering it. It didn't even shut down after. It was shutting down when I entered it. Now I have just over 66,000 gemstone powder. And now I can level up my mole perk one more time looking at my total mithril powder. 21,706 plus what I already have is just about 2.9 million. So I'm over halfway there now, but it is a slow process getting gemstone powder. I'm sure you know that if you've played this update before. And I said that before HYPIXEL was like, ha, screw you guys, we're nerfing powder gains. Yeah, so now I get about the same amount of powder with a level 38 powder buff perk, dumping like a million mithril powder into getting about the same amount of mithril powder as I did before. That gives me literal depression. HYPIXEL, can you not? Here now with 61,000 additional mithril powder. I'll level up my mole perk one more time. And now a small amount of mithril powder. I gotta focus because it is a 2x powder right now. No stopping to gain double powder. My inventory completely full of wishing compasses. I wish it would work in the personal deleter. I get so many of these stupid things that are completely worthless. It is just absolutely ridiculous, guys. I do not understand it myself. Is this an area? Where is a chest? I need a chest. I still have yet to memorize all of the chest locations. Is this a key guardian tower? I'm not 100% sure. Here we go now with an additional 55,000 powder, buying a next level of mole, and I now have just over 3 million mithril powder. But don't click off just yet, because I'm not filming the outro until tomorrow, and I'm still going to be mining, so I may even have 3.1, 3.2, or 3.3 million mithril powder. We're just going to have to see. Well, my plan to film the outro the next day failed, because I didn't get any sleep that night, because I'm Undertaker, and you should subscribe. Anyway, the story goes, I went to bed at like 8 a.m., woke up at like 2, did some mining, didn't upload that day, I believe, And by that time, I had like 1 million more mithril powder, and then I just never filmed the outro, and it turned into a couple days later of some passive mining, editing, and various other things, and here I am now with over 5 million mithril powder. In my Heart of the Mountain menu, there's 4.9 million mithril powder, and I have 69,000 gemstone powder to spend. That was actually unplanned. It just turns out that I have a nice number ready to spend. And several days later, after I have that 3 million gemstone powder, once they nerfed powder gains and fixed the powder buff perk, by the time I have so much more powder in there, I've just caught up to the mole perk that I was at earlier before they buffed it today. So now I'm getting similar amounts of powder. Upgrading my mole perk to level 145 if you're curious what levels I have things at. Of course, the powder buff is level 38. Mining speed 2 is level 21. If you didn't notice, it actually gives 40 mining speed per level. I didn't notice that at first. It is excellent. It gives so much more mining speed than the 5 mining speed that the other one gives you. And the Mining Fortune 2 perk, I have level 16. Great Explorer is of course maxed, and this Fortunate perk requires mithril powder for some reason, so obviously I maxed that out. Professional is level 38, and the Lonesome Miner perk is level 8 because it is garbage, because who cares about combat? So there we are, with just over 5 million gemstone powder. What's next? More mining, of course. What else would I be doing with my life? If you're curious about positions, I'm number 24 in Hardstone and number 407 in Gemstone. I haven't been doing nearly as much Gemstone mining because I've been strictly mining Hardstone. And that's been the video today. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on, or else you're bad. Like the video, or else I'll be sad. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow for a brand new join my Discord. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Welcome to our best post-holiday gaming buys. The HP Omen gaming laptop with Intel. Post-holiday gaming buys. The HP Omen gaming laptop with Intel. Post-holiday gaming buys. The HP Omen gaming laptop with Intel. Post-holiday gaming buys. The HP Omen gaming laptop with Intel.
What's up guys, I'm Undertaker, and in this video
for a worm or their rarer counterpart, the Skadoodle, to spawn. There's a very small chance that you can get a pet from this, and these pets are very expensive right now. It takes a lot of time and effort if you want to grind them yourself, and we all know what I think of effort. First, let's take a look at how these worms can actually spawn. There are a lot of spawn conditions, and most of them aren't even very concrete, also on the wiki. So it has to be a tunnel that's 2 blocks high, 1 block wide, but it could be more, and the length is not known, but at least like 15 blocks. Now First, let's take a look at how these worms can actually spawn. There are a lot of spawn conditions, and most of them aren't even very concrete, also on the wiki. So it has to be a tunnel that's 2 blocks high, 1 block wide, but it could be more, and the length is not known, but at least like 15 blocks. Now if you are in a tunnel of this size and you are mining hardstone or whatever at your ice, then there's a small chance for a worm to spawn. And they always spawn behind you, and there's a text in chat and sound as well. This worm will first move away from you until it reaches a border or a max radius, and then it will return until it eventually hits your To kill this worm, you have to kill every single part separately, and they are all one hit. The loot you can get from a worm is gemstones. There's a 100% chance for a rough topaz and smaller chances for other.
And you watch that first. So setting up your powder grinding, an essential part to be able to do mining efficiently. Infamous for taking a long time and being very boring yet so necessary. In this video I will show you how to make the most of that time. how to make 5 mil an hour doing it, and how to do it as quickly and easily as possible. This video will be split up into two main parts, being firstly setup, what you will need beforehand and how you should set up your item mountain tree, and secondly how to do it as efficiently as possible, including many tips that I gathered while grinding powder myself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first and foremost, you will want to have heart mountain 7 before doing this, since that unlocks the perk needed to powder mine efficiently. But don't worry, I have a full video on a strat getting heart mountain 7 as quickly as possible in the top right corner. So if you don't have heart mountain 7, I highly recommend you watch that first. So setting up your powder mining heart mountain tree is actually very simple. So first of all, just ignore what I have going on right here, cause this is set up for mining gemstones. But essentially you just want to go straight up the middle all the way to powder buff, and then you want to go 2 steps out to the right like this to Great Explorer. The most important perks are Great Explorer Mole and powder buff, but daily powder is also important, so you want to max that out as well. Then you also need to be able to insta-break hardstone with a jungle pickaxe, so if you can't do that, then you should probably put some powder into mining speed. When you got your tree all set up, you will need a jungle pickaxe. This is because when you mine with the jungle pickaxe in the jungle, you have a chance to get sludge use, which is the main way of making money doing this. If you're really rich, a legendary scafer pet will help you both find treasure and mine more hardstone, but if you don't have 400 mil laying around, you can buy an epic scafer pet, which still has the most important perk of giving a high chance to find treasure. If you can't afford either, it's not too big of a deal. Then you can just use whatever pet you want, or if you want to level a pet, that's also fine. Now you are finally ready to powder mine. Take your jungle pickaxe and go to the jungle. Then I usually mine up until I'm 2 blocks under bedrock roof. Then you just start mining like this and open the chest by looking at the particles. I have the SKYBLOCK mod, which shows where to look with these purple pixels. A 2 times powder event is possibly the greatest happiness a SKYBLOCK player can achieve, and the lobbies are a little differently timed, so when a 2 times powder event ends, you can often leave and join a new lobby, and that lobby will have a few minutes left on the event. You generally want to go for 4 mil of each powder, but if you have a lot of money, you can do what I'm doing and go for 3 mil gemstone powder and use a quite expensive method to gain mithril powder quickly and get 4 mil mithril powder. Then you will get the gemstone powder from mining. I'll link a good guide on how to use the aforementioned method in the description below. Now that will be all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you feel like I deserve it. We just hit 200 subs, which I'm really grateful for. I'll make sure to read and respond to all your comments, so if you think I missed something or you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye!